الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فإن طلقها فلا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره فإن طلقها فلا جناح عليهما أن يتراجعا إن ظنا أن يقيما حدود الله وتلك حدود الله يبينها لقوم يعلمون وإذا طلقتم النساء فبلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو سرحوهن بمعروف ولا تمسكوهن ضرارا لتعتدوا ومن يفعل ذلك فقد ظلم نفسه ولا تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وما أنزل عليكم من الكتاب والحكمة يعظكم به واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بكل شيء عليم صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Let's continue from yesterday. Today inshallah we'll do ayat 230 231. Yesterday we had read that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said At-talaqu marratan, talaq is divorces 2 times. Now in the next ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the full divorce, that divorce after which there is no return. فَإِن طَلَّقَهَا, thereafter if he divorces her. So after the 2 divorces, if he gives a 3rd divorce, فَإِن طَلَّقَهَا فَلَا تَحِلُّ لَهُ مِن بَعْدُ حَتَّى تَنْكِحَ زَوْجًا غَيْرَهُ, she shall no longer remain lawful for him unless she marries a man other than him. فَإِن طَلَّقَهَا فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِمَا أَن يَتَرَاجَعَا إِن ظَنَّا أَن يُقِيمَا حُدُودَ اللَّهِ, should he too divorce her, then there is no sin on them in their returning to each other if they think they would maintain the limits set by Allah. وَتِلْكَ حُدُودُ اللَّهِ يُبَيِّنُهَا لِقَوْمٍ يَعْلَمُونَ, these are the limits set by Allah that He makes clear to a people who know that Allah alone is capable of setting these limits. So this is talking about the 3rd and the final step of talaq. The best way of leaving a woman is to give her 1 talaq only and wait till her iddat is completed, and then she goes her way and the man goes his way. In that option, it always remains an option that the man and wife, even after the talaq is complete, the separation is complete, if they want to come together again, they can perform their nikah again. But if 2 talaq are given and then the 3rd is given as well, فَإِن طَلَّقَهَا فَلَا تَحِلُّ لَهُ مِن بَعْدُ حَتَّى تَنْكِحَ زَوْجًا غَيْرَهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that then that woman, if 3 talaq are given, then that woman does not become halal for that original husband until she marries another man. And this is, my Hazrat Shaykh says, that this is to prevent that husbands make talaq a joke. They make divorce a joke, that whenever they are angry, they give 3 talaq, because they always know that the woman has a tendency to try to come back to their original husband. So if the man tries to punish her wife or take a revenge on her, they can always make this a joke, that they give 3 talaq and then they take her back and perform another nikah, then give her 3 talaq, then make another nikah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept this method. It's a very if they want to come back, they have to go through something that they will not like, and that is that wife will marry another person, a 3rd person, and that marriage will be full and lawful. And also the condition is that man, that 3rd person, and the woman have to establish their relationship. And then of his own accord, if that person wishes to leave her, gives her talaq, and then they want to come back, she wants to come back and the original husband wants to take her back, then they can come back. It should be remembered that in this day and age, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all fitan, but although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really mentioned this, that giving 3 talaq in one go is a really despised manner of giving talaq. Talaq itself is despised action, and then giving it giving 3 in one go is again highly despised on top of everything else. But even then, if somebody says 3 talaq to their wife in one sitting, talaq is considered valid and full and complete and final. And as some deranged ulama of this time, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from their shurur and their evil doing, they are, as they are claiming in this day and age, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his wish was that if 3 talaq are given in one sitting, it should be only considered 1 talaq. This is explicitly wrong in the light of Quran, in the light of Sunnah, in the light of action of Sahaba. There's multiple riwayat even at the time of Sahaba. There was a Sahabi, Uwaymir radiallahu anh, he gave 3 talaq. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam almost scolded him that you are making fun of the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but still the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam upheld it as 3 talaq. So if people are saying, if what generally happens is that although it is prohibited to give talaq in a state of anger, but if a man does it and they are really angry and they give 3 talaq at the same in one go, and then they are really worried because they want to come together again with their wife, so they go seeking fatwa after fatwa after fatwa. This alim will say this is 3 talaq, this another alim says 3 talaq. They find one alim that will say that no, it's only 1 talaq, and they'll be really happy. And they will say, okay, now we'll come together because such and such alim is saying that it is only 1 talaq. Remember, if 3 talaq are given and then without halala, which is the woman marries another man, and that's a full original valid marriage, and they establish their relationship, if they do not go through this procedure of halala and come together, their whole life will be spent in a state of zina. And not only the wife and the husband, because they did not ask and get proper knowledge, will be held accountable on the day of judgment, but also that alim or that mufti that gives a fatwa upon 3 talaq being given in one go, they will be held responsible for misguiding people and for making people go through zina. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. وَإِذَا طَلَّقْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ فَبَلَغْنَ أَجَلَهُنَّ فَأَمْسِكُوهُنَّ بِمَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ سَرِّحُوهُنَّ بِمَعْرُوفٍ. When you have divorced women and they have approached the end of their waiting period, which is the iddah, then either retain them with fairness or release them with fairness. وَلَا تُمْسِكُوهُنَّ ضِرَارًا لِتَعْتَدُوا. Do not retain them with a wrong intent. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ فَقَدْ ظَلَمَ نَفْسَهُ. If somebody does that, they are doing cruelty on their part. And whoever does this, they are actually wronging themselves. فَقَدْ ظَلَمَ نَفْسَهُ. They are actually wronging themselves. وَلَا تَتَّخِذُوا آيَاتِ اللَّهِ هُزُوًا. Do not take the verses of Allah as a joke, in jest. وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَمَا أَنزَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَالْحِكْمَةِ يَعِظُكُمْ بِهِ. And remember the grace of Allah on you and what He has revealed to you of the book and the wisdom, giving you good counsel thereby. وَالْحِكْمَةِ يَعِظُكُمْ بِهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us good counsel. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. And fear Allah and be sure that Allah is the one who knows everything. So this is about those husbands that will give 1 talaq and then wait for the iddah to complete with the intention of torturing their wife again, that she will be released after this iddah. They go back to her and then give her another talaq. So after reconciliation, they give her another talaq. They keep on doing this, or they make ruju' with the intention that they will keep her with them and keep on torturing them and keep on making their life miserable. Or they go back to her with the intention that they will officially keep her as their wife, but will not provide for her. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that such people are actually being cruel to themselves. And why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is alim. Whatever you are doing, it may be that the whole world does not know about it, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about it. And when you return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show you how this was you being cruel to your own self. And the other thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned is وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَمَا أَنزَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَالْحِكْمَةِ يَعِظُكُمْ بِهِ. Before these words of wisdom were given to you, before this method full of wisdom was given to you, you were fighting, and talaq was such a major core issue of problems. You were fighting among each other, families were fighting among each other. So be happy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you this as a blessing, that this method has been devised for you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the ones who fully follow the Quran and the words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the action of the Sahaba. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from going astray forever. Ameen.